Today on Near Mint Condition, we go back to the best part of childhood, late afternoons and early Saturday mornings.
We'll be sharing our top cartoon intros, and we also have a supplemental video that has them all stuck together without us talking over them, so.
Hope you enjoy it as much as we did.
I'll take this one.
Rob, our authority on cartoons.
Let me get my list on my phone.
Right, let's do top three. Because there's four of us. Top three.
Top three. That's gonna be tough.
Are we gonna round table it?
Round table. Go,
right.
Rob.
Okay, I'll go first.
Ladies first.
Minorities first.
Let's say ladies.
True. How about XMen? Like 90s X-Men. We all know that song, right?
Yeah.
Right. I really like the intro to...
Oh, wait. That's good. 96, man. Tina.
Next.
We'll come back to you.
Oh, next.
Apparently, Rob doesn't know how fucking Christmas works.
I opened all the presents up. X-Men.
X-Men. Okay, yeah, that definitely be on my list. Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Dick.
Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck. My kid was singing that thing this morning. In fact.
So last time I brought up Mask, and I'm a big fan of Mask, but I can't put that on the list, so I'm doing top three. It would have definitely made the top 10.
Mask is
so I'm going with Silverhawks.
Ooh, Silverhawks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, Silverhawks had that nice opening, anime-like opening. I told you they spent a little money on.
Yeah.
And it had the cowboy, little Garth Brooks action going on. Man. And then it also had a soundbite of the bird. And the soundbite that they use in that is also used in Fushigi Yugi, the anime. They use the exact same bird soundbite for the Phoenix.
I know that sound is.
Yeah.
For the Phoenix. And it's a very unique sound.
Yeah. So you saying Silverhawks reminds me of Brave Star.
It's not your turn yet, fucker.
I'm just talking. I'm saying that was a good
You are
intro.
the worst gift opener during Christmas time. And if you grew up poor like I did, we only had one gift. So, gift opening round table went really quick. No, it was a bag of rice, you greedy fuck. Oh, a bag of rice. You know what my brother got? A bag of rice. Yay, we get
the gift that keeps getting, yay!
We get to eat for 2 months.
So, before anybody else takes it, life is like a hurricane.
Oh, Teen Wolf. Fucking love Teen Wolf, the cartoon.
Here in
Really?
Duckburg.
Life is like a hurricane.
Yeah. DuckTales.
DuckTales is great.
DuckTales.
Have you ever heard the Swedish version of DuckTales? Because apparently there's all these different versions.
Hurdy, DuckTales.
You racist fucker. How dare you, sir? This show is above that, okay?
Oh, you have the hat too.
Can you imagine that dude in bed talking dirty? That's exactly what I picture. Sometimes my wife and I roleplay where she's the Swedish chef. Anyway.
Number 2 for me is Voltron. I love the intro to Voltron.
The legend
Dun, dun, dun,
of Voltron.
And who did the voiceover for Voltron?
Peter Cullen.
The intro to Voltron was really slick. It talked about the princesses, and it talked about the dudes, and the big lion bots, and the fact the lions turned into robots, and then the outro was just them all looking cool, standing on top of the lions, and the cool music. I thought that was really slick.
Did you know?
Go ahead.
Okay, so it was so popular in America that they animated episodes just for America. In the original Japanese version of Lion Force, they killed off the 5th character, right? Where the princess came in and took the lion. They killed him. He died. In the American version, they put him in a coma. And later on, they animated episodes where he woke up from the coma and it's everything's okay. The parachute opened, in Dragon Ball Z style.
exactly.
He and Duke were in the same hospital.
Duke, he came out okay. Yeah.
Duke only came out okay because they saw how many kids were destroyed when Optimus Prime died.
But Voltron,
really
I
good.
think, of everything we've mentioned so far, I think Voltron, the theme song, encapsulated and explained what the hell was going on.
And all formed
better
that
than
head.
and it's Peter Cullen, just I'm gonna tell you about Voltron now.
And
listen here.
His voice combined with that music and then
Yeah.
like the animation in the background, and this is one of those things before I actually knew what Japanese animation was.
So I'm gonna say it, gargoyles. So we mentioned it before. Just the whole. I think I kind of see a trend where you kind of have that spoken like telling you about the show that you're about ready to watch with some really awesome background.
So that was one of those shows, like that was 4 o'clock after school. That was one of those type of runs.
like
It was definitely animated in the
Duck,
style of like
Gargoyle.
Batman, the animated series, like where they had the square jaws. I really loved it. I loved.
Are you making a funny face at Batman the animated series?
Hang on.
No,
Hang on. I'm skipping Omar's turn
Wait, you can't do
I'll
that.
come back to
Bob.
you because I just
White privilege.
I want to go. I want to go ahead and.
Are you
claim-
using your white privilege card? You only get one a fucking episode. This is better be it.
All right. Batman the animated series. Because you mentioned it and I was going to say it.
I wasn't gonna use
talking about Voltron, explaining what it's about. I think Batman the animated series intro does that without saying a single word better than any other intro ever. You've got criminals, you've got the police who can't do anything, you've got Batman, he's scary, he's a mean son of a bitch, he's gonna punch these guys out and then he's gonna stand on the building and be like, what the shit are you doing in my city?
And I'll agree with you. So, like, the music, it starts out real slow, and, it's all really brooding, and then the music kicks, and, you see all this crap going on.
No, I agree. Batman the animated series is great.
I'm sorry I took your turn. Please
That's
go
okay.
ahead.
No, it's
Well,
he stole it from you.
apparently I'm more of a kid of the 80s because I was going to use Mysterious Cities of Gold. I love Mysterious Cities of Gold.
I've never heard of Mysterious
How
Cities
have you
of Gold.
guys not heard of this series?
Is that
Like,
Planet?
I didn't watch
Is
it,
that-
but this
is that
opening
an
is
Incan
awesome.
show?
The opening is beautiful. It's like you don't even need to watch the series. Like it's got a catchy tune. It's got 3 kids that ride inside of a giant bird, and it takes place in Peru, so it holds a place. dear in my
That's why we
heart.
don't know what it is. It was only on Peruvian TV.
No, it wasn't. You fucking
It was his brother. It's
Cosplay.
I'll back you up.
With alpaca.
Spartacus
Fuck
was-
yeah.
was
Fuck
great.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
that little chick was hot too. I had a hard boner for it.
when he was 6.
When he was 6.
I'm sorry, you developed later in life, Dan.
Oh, yeah, 5 years old for me. All right, so I think it's my turn, and the obvious answer for my last one is Transformers. But let's be more specific, not the original OG
You're black.
Transformers.
You like that beat.
Oh yeah. So
Season 3, baby.
That's the one. So like after the movie and everyone's childhood was rocked, that new intro that they came up with was fan freaking tastic. It had the rocking music.
It didn't really have the wrong. It had the beat. It had
It had some beat. It had some beat.
White boys offbeat on it.
I don't. Yeah. Just stop.
about?
You're
No,
ruining it.
season 3. Season 3.
You're ruining it.
The opening of season 3.
Oh my god. I'm the Transformers guy in this podcast.
And you forgot.
And it's,
we-
it's not
we have
even
a
a
clip.
podcast.
We have a clip. We'll play the clip so you can remember what it sounded like.
Oh
Awesome.
yeah, now I remember.
You get it now? Yeah.
Because the clip is playing.
Tear down his eye.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like
All
after
right.
the movie, after that, that's when those.
No,
things
you're
really
right.
kicked
And
in.
I think to me that's when it because the first season of Transformers was it was very high pitched. Second season had a little bit of a beat, but third season you're like, holy shit, they just knocked it out of the park. They had a little jazz in there.
Yeah,
little
and of course,
blaster.
even though we were
I was gonna say, I
poor,
don't think Jazz was in that.
even though we were
was
poor
on
black
Scatman
people,
He was in the closing.
we still had an awesome sound system attached to our 13-inch TV. So yeah, it thumped.
It was black and white.
The black and white 13-inch TV,
A big old
huge
subwoofer.
sound system. Absolutely.
I mean, it's repetitive, but Dinosaurs. I really like it.
Dinosaurs. Yeah, that was cool. I liked it. You know, and the thing was, the intro was one of those.
Oh yeah, now that I've seen the clip, yes,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely. No, you're losing me.
Really?
You're losing me.
Really? Dinosaurs in space?
Was this on like over the air TV or cable?
It was on channel 13 and 12 in between one of those. 'Cause when I had the
Oh
the
yeah,
knob.
the
remember,
click.
yeah.
the
Yeah,
knob,
that's how
yeah.
I got it.
So like all that stuff, mainly we watched like over the air. So what came on at 4 o'clock and what
Okay.
came on Saturday morning. So I am not familiar.
This
with
this did come on Saturday mornings on TNT there for a while.
Yes, only my grandmother had TNT,
Oh, okay.
and we were there at her house at 11 a.m.
So for me, like, there's so many. There's the Little Prince, Mask,
all the
like I've
Little
already
Prince.
mentioned.
Little
Inspector
Prince.
fucking Gadget. That had some beat.
Dum-dum-dum.
But I guess
Outer
to me,
space. It's a
it would
Nickelodeon
be.
thing. Nickelodeon.
No, it would have to be Defenders of the Earth.
Defenders of the Earth. That's
to
what I
me,
thought you were
had
gonna go for.
The most amazing.
Are you sure it's not
introduction.
Defenders
Defenders of the Earth.
That one.
Dum dum.
Kick it.
Dude, that's all I really remember.
All I knew as a kid, I was like, I want to be part of that group because their theme song is so amazing. Like they each had a little verse, and they all, fought evil
dudes. Yeah.
Because I mean, it had Flash Gordon, it had the Phantom, all these old school Mandrake, like all these old school comic characters.
I never knew who Mandrake the Magician was.
I didn't know who Lothar was until like I did a little research about 10 years ago when we were doing minorities in comics, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
And you found Black Panther.
No, dumbass, I knew who that was.
All right. All right. So I
Finish
got the last pick of the show, and I would like to explain to you how fabulous secrets were revealed to me when I held aloft my magic sword and said,
Thunder!
by the power of grace.
Thundercats home!
Now, see, if I had done that, that would have been better. I feel like we should edit so I can go back and do that. But no, I'm going to go ahead and claim He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
I was going to say He-Man too, because that was my show. Like a lot, and when I grew up in that era, it was kids either like G.I. Joe and like, oh my god, G.I. Joe, or He-Man, and I was definitely a He-Man, and then thusly a She-Ra.
And
She-Ra
He-Man and
She-Ra
She-Ra predated just about
is a little bit
everything
better than
else.
He-Man.
I think She-Ra's opening
At
would have
least-
made me a lesbian if I were a chick.
But anyway,
But He-Man's opening did not make me gay.
He-Man's a great intro. That
Really?
Filmation, ding, ding.
Ding. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
His
that's one of
haircut
those
was
that,
amazing.
that you can see, and it's just like, oh.
Well, have you watched
was
it?
gay.
Have you watched an episode of He-Man recently? It did
Oh,
not
they're
age
tough to
well.
watch.
It did not age
Yeah.
very well.
Like, I love the slow motion, like
Like,
when
I'm
he's
pretty
picking-
swole too,
when
but
he's picking up stuff, when He-Man is picking up stuff, and I'm like, man, that would have made me a really gay kid.
I didn't see it as a kid, but I was just like, okay.
You didn't watch He-Man as a kid?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, He-Man was my show. I watched it all the time, but I didn't get like, this guy's super duper.
I was gonna say, I
and
watch
like,
that shit in
dudes, it does
Spanish.
everything like this. Let me pick up this shot.
Motherfucker was so cut that he could sport pink, right? And that fucking cut that he had in his hair. And he still got laid.
Yeah.
Like,
And I mean, he didn't even bother to wear glasses. I mean,
Oh,
no, yeah, he had no idea who he was. Like, I'm like,
those bitches were stupid in fucking grade school. Like his own parents
He's
were like,
getting laid by
that-
men at arms. That's-
Man at Arms, like, oh, do you like me now?
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
man like me now.
yeah.
No, wait, that's Manny Face.
What-
It's my
what-
bad.
what-
That's the bad guy. No. Man at arms was his like.
Yeah,
Duncan.
it was his
Duncan.
Man at
Yeah.
Arms. Yeah.
yeah.
that
All right.
was a dumbass fucking name. Arms.
No, it made sense.
Ram Man, he's the one that got it
Man,
done.
Skeletor.
He's the guy you needed.
Skeletor.
Like, late at night.
Wait, I have one question. If Skeletor was a skeleton, why was he also just as buff as He-Man?
Well, it's just his head was
He
a
drank
skeleton.
milk.
Yeah.
Milk. Oh, okay.
Every other part of his body was still man.
And that is where we're stopping.
Thank you for watching. I forgot Jim and the Holograms!
Truly outrageous.
Okay. Subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to watch the supplemental video with all of our awesome intros, except for Jim and the Holograms, right after this. Thank you very much. Truly outrageous.
Tiger Sharks was a comic strip intro. Bullshit. Because guess what? In the middle of this episode, I'm gonna pull up the Tiger Shark intro, and you guys gonna be like,
You're gonna
"That's a
make it
thing.
yourself."
That's a thing.